How to get around Thailand, cheap without getting ripped off. Welcome to Simply Thailand. Whether you're visiting for a short vacation or planning a long-term stay, getting around efficiently and affordably is essential. But with so many transportation options available, it's easy to overspend or fall into common tourist traps. In this video, we'll break down the best and cheapest ways to travel across Thailand without getting ripped off. Let's get started. 1. Using public transportation in Bangkok. Bangkok's traffic can be overwhelming, but the city has one of the best public transportation networks in Southeast Asia. The BTS SkyTrain and MRT subway are the fastest and most affordable ways to get around. A single ride costs as little as 16 baht, and a day pass is around 140 baht, making it much cheaper than taking a taxi. To avoid overpriced tourist tickets, buy a rabbit card for the BTS or a stored value MRT card to save money and time. Buses are another budget-friendly option, with fares starting at just 8 baht. However, bus routes can be confusing for newcomers, and schedules are not always reliable. If you're comfortable with the heat and occasional delays, this can be a great way to travel like a local. 2. The truth about tuk-tuks. Tuk-tuks are iconic in Thailand, but they are rarely the cheapest way to get around. Unlike taxis, tuk-tuks don't have meters, meaning fares are often set at the driver's discretion. Tourists frequently get overcharged, sometimes paying 2 or 3 times the price of a metered taxi. If you do take a tuk-tuk, always negotiate the price before getting in. A short ride should cost between 50 to 100 baht, depending on the distance. If a driver refuses to negotiate, walk away and find another. 3. Taxis and how to avoid getting scammed. While taxis in Thailand are relatively cheap, many drivers refuse to use the meter, especially in tourist areas. If a driver insists on a fixed price, they are likely overcharging you. Always ask the driver to turn on the meter before starting the ride. If they refuse, simply get out and find another taxi. To avoid scams, use a ride-hailing app like Grab or Bolt. These apps provide upfront pricing and eliminate the need to negotiate. Grab is more widely available, but Bolt is often cheaper with lower service fees. A typical ride in Bangkok can cost as little as 50 to 150 baht, depending on the distance. 4. Renting a motorbike. Pros and cons. Renting a motorbike can be one of the cheapest ways to explore Thailand, especially in places like Chiang Mai, Phuket, or Koh Samui. Daily rental prices range from 150 to 300 baht, and fuel is inexpensive. However, there are risks involved. Many tourists get into accidents due to unfamiliar road conditions and local driving habits. To legally ride a motorbike in Thailand, you need an international driving permit with a motorcycle endorsement. If you're caught without the proper license, you could face a fine of up to 500 baht. Always wear a helmet, take photos of the bike before renting, and be cautious of rental shops that try to charge for damage you didn't cause. 5. Long-distance travel. Buses, trains, or flights. When traveling between cities, you have several options. The cheapest way is by bus, with fares starting at around 300 baht for a trip from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. VIP buses offer more comfort, including reclining seats and air conditioning, for around 600 to 1000 baht. Trains are another budget-friendly option. A second-class sleeper train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai costs around 800 baht, making it a great choice for overnight travel. However, trains can be slower than buses and may not always run on time. Domestic flights are faster but can be more expensive. Budget airlines like AirAsia and Nokair often have promotions, with one-way fares as low as 800 baht if booked in advance. To save money, avoid checking bags and opt for carry-on luggage only. 6. Songthors, or Baht bus, and shared transport. In cities like Chiang Mai and Pattaya, shared transport options like Songthor's red trucks are a cheap way to get around. These are modified pickup trucks that operate like shared taxis, with fares starting at just 20 baht per ride. In some areas, Songthos have fixed routes, while in others, you may need to tell the driver your destination and negotiate the fare. In Phuket, Songthos are more expensive and often charge tourists inflated prices. If you're in a touristy area, ask locals what the fare price should be before getting in. 7. Ferries and boats. the best way to island hop. If you're heading to Thailand's islands, taking a ferry is the most affordable option. Public ferries run between popular islands like Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, and Koh Tao, with tickets starting at around 300 baht. Avoid private speedboats, unless you're in a hurry, as they are significantly more expensive. In Bangkok, river ferries are a great way to avoid traffic while sightseeing. The Chao Phraya Express boat costs as little as 16 baht and connects major tourist attractions like the Grand Palace and Wat Arun. 8. Walking and cycling, the cheapest option of all. In many parts of Thailand, walking or cycling is a great way to explore. Cities like Chiang Mai and Ayutthaya have bicycle rentals for as little as 50 baht per day. Walking is free, and often the best way to experience local markets, temples, and hidden spots. However, be aware that some cities, like Bangkok, are not very pedestrian-friendly. Sidewalks can be narrow or blocked, and crossing the street can be a challenge. Always use pedestrian bridges where available, and be extra cautious when walking near busy roads. Thailand offers plenty of transportation options, but knowing how to use them wisely can save you a lot of money. Stick to public transport, avoid overpriced tuk-tuks, and use ride-hailing apps when necessary. If you've had an experience with Thai transportation, whether good or bad, share it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel tips. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and keep the conversation going.